If you're a creator on YouTube who's not yet monetized, we need to lock in like yesterday. And I mean seriously lock in. Because if you haven't heard yet, YouTube has increased their requirements to get monetized. Starting February 1st, 2027, next year, instead of needing 4,000 watch hours to qualify for ad revenue, you would now need 8,000 watch hours, double the amount of watch hours. And as you know, or if you're familiar, it's really tough to even get 1,000 watch hours. And for shorts, it's going from 10 million views to now 20 million views in a 90-day time span. 90 days to get 20 million views for short form and 8,000 watch hours for long form videos. And if you have struggled with counting, that is double the original amount that you need to get monetized on here. Crazy, right? And I very intentionally say we because I'm not monetized yet either. I myself only have 87 subscribers right now. And today is July 11th, 2026 on a Tuesday. So I have 87 subscribers, 87. So I have a lot of locking in to do. And I just want this to be a testament for the future and even now of how it went from 87 subscribers today to whenever I do hit the 1,000 subscriber mark and more. But more so being so far from not being monetized, only having 87 subscribers. I think I only have like one public watch hour. Crazy, right? Again, you guys are not alone. I'm definitely way behind the monetization requirements, but I wanted to add this clip in the video to let you guys see on how true I am to my word in regard to locking in and how long it would take for me to even hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, the 4,000 public watch hours, or the 10 million short views. So yeah, let's actually make this a challenge. All right, let's make this a challenge between where we are right now, where we're sitting right now with our YouTubes, versus how long it would take us to hit those requirements. And not necessarily challenge amongst each other, but to our current selves versus our future selves for when we do get there and hit that goal. But back to what I was saying. I'm literally in the exact same position as you are who's watching this video. So when I saw this news, I immediately was like, what the heck? Double 8,000 watch hours when it's already tough to get 4,000 watch hours? My mind was going everywhere. However, we do have 6 months to hit the current requirements, which is the 4,000 watch hours and then or the 10 million short views alongside with the 1,000 subscribers. In order for us to get ad revenue, aka monetization for our channel. I don't know about you, but I much rather hit the 4,000 watch hours now than 8,000 watch hours later, which is double the work that I'm currently doing. And that made me look at my own channel differently because I've been saying that I want to grow on YouTube, I'm going to take it seriously. I'm going to post at least one time a week. Been saying that for eternity, seems like. I've been saying that I want to get monetized, ad revenue, actually take this serious for the past, 10 years. But now is the actual time to truly lock in ever than before to get monetized on YouTube. Because again, starting February 1st, doubling it. I don't know about you, but I would say that this news was the news that I needed to truly not just sit on these videos, but to actually edit and post them and not take too much more time thinking about on how to perfect certain things about the videos that have not even been posted yet. And this is news that I know that you needed to hear as well, because it's really easy to tell yourself as a small creator on YouTube, I'll start posting more, I'll edit that video later, I'll get consistent eventually. And if you really think about it, there's no true urgency behind all those thoughts that you've been telling yourself. But now there is urgency, or there should be urgency. There should be a fire up under you now than ever before. Because every month that we wait is one less month we have to qualify for the current requirements. And I'm not necessarily saying these things to make anyone panic, but at the same time, sometimes panic or panicking is necessary to get you going, to get you to where you've been telling yourself you need to go, but haven't yet. Sometimes panicking is good to get you up out of your comfort zone, to make you uncomfortable, to push you in the alignment of where you actually need to be. Because if there's no panicking, no urgency, you're just gonna more than likely still stay in the same position that you're currently in. The same position that you've been telling yourself that you no longer want to be in. And you've been telling yourself that for days, weeks, months, years on end. But if you don't have that urgency or that deadline, you're just gonna stay stagnant. You're gonna stay in the same place. So this is definitely a good thing for those of us who are not yet monetized, who have not been yet putting in the work that we say that we need to and that we know that we should be putting in. So this is a very, very good thing for us. So let this be a wake-up call to get us going. Truly, let this be a wake-up call. So allow for this to be a wake-up call for those of us who actually want to grow on YouTube, to include myself. Because if I'm being truthful, I have tons of videos that I've been sitting on, or that's been sitting on my phone for a long time now, that I have yet to actually put the work in, edit them and post them, upload them. Perfect or not, I've definitely been one, and still kind of am, who overthinks ideas way too much, which is why I'm not monetized, if I'm being honest. And I'm sure this is also a testament for those of you who are also watching, who have been sitting on, whether that's videos or ideas, anything like that. We've been sitting on them because we want them to be perfect and all this stuff. But sitting there waiting for perfection, we're just gonna continue to sit here for more years to come and still not monetize. And February 1st, 2027, next year will come around and we're in the same position, in the same boat as we are right now. Like, that makes no sense. Rather, you think your content is good enough or perfect or not, it needs to be posted regardless. Just post it. It is what it is. And after you post it, you will feel good. You also may have those feelings or thoughts of, dang, I could have tweaked this, I could have made this better, or I could have used this soundtrack or this sound bite. I could have added captions, I could have added a different template of captions on my video, or I could have used a different LUT. Like, who cares? Just post the video. Just post the video. And use those experiences, those thoughts, those new ideas that come along after you post that video for future videos, and do better on the next one. But let's not continue to sit here and wait for perfection, or keep researching all these different ideas that you have in your mind, or to ensure that said video is going to come out perfectly. Because even if the video is perfect, doesn't necessarily mean that someone is going to even come across the video, let alone click on the video, let alone watch the entire video. So just ask yourself, would you rather stay in the same boat that you're in right now? Or would you rather keep waiting, and now they didn't double their requirements, so now you have to work twice as hard, probably more than 2 times as hard later down the line? And honestly, not only will you be in a worse position because the doubling of requirements, but now you're in your head more than ever before. And at that point, you just don't want it bad enough. That's just what it is. So you're watching this video, you may have watched some other videos that you came across in regard to YouTube upping the monetization requirements. But if you don't do anything right now, what good is it to keep watching these type of videos? It doesn't do any good for you if you're not going to execute the plan, those ideas. And as you go along in this journey, you will get better because you're putting those reps in. So let us not continue to ruminate on things that don't matter, such as the perfect video, or let me keep researching. So let's not continue to waste time on trying to perfect our videos, let us just post them and see what the feedback is after we post it. See what critiques we're getting in the comments. See if the videos are even being clicked on. Let's see if they're even retaining anyone to watch the videos. Because it may not be necessarily what's in the video, but it could be the thumbnails or the titles or how you're hooking the video in the beginning. But let us not get too carried away with the titles, the thumbnails, the hooks, the this, the that, all of that, because that is another tactic of the enemy. That's another rabbit hole for us to continue to not post our videos. So post it, you'll learn whether you're getting critiques or getting feedback on the videos or not directly from people in the comment section. But after we post it, we will then start to gain even more clarity about what works, what doesn't work, as we're going along in the journey, in the process. But if you're not even taking the first step by posting and continuing to post on a consistent basis, we won't get that clarity in our journeys of posting on YouTube. So the only way to get that clarity is by posting. And therefore, as we continue to post on a consistent basis, we will learn what works, what doesn't work, what videos are getting clicked on, what videos are not getting clicked on. But the only way to learn what works and what doesn't work is by posting. So either way, we just gotta post the video. How it comes out is how it comes out. How it turns out is what it is. We'll do better in the next one, in the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So we can gain clarity by our internal thoughts or our internal clarity that we may get by posting our videos, but we can also get the external feedback, which is people that comment in your comment section, people who are subscribing to your channel, people who are hitting that like button, which hit that like button, thank you, and things of that nature. But you won't know unless you post. You have to post. And the more we post, the more analytics we will get on our videos, the more feedback from not only the people who are watching, but also from YouTube, through our analytics. So, but if you're not posting, you won't have any analytics to even take a deep dive on. But with all that being said, we have 6 months, February 1st, 2027, to lock in to the current requirements, which is the 4,000 watch hours or the 10 million short views, alongside with the 1,000 subscribers. That sounds way better than doubling all that come next year. So I'm going to let this video speak for how consistent I say that I'm going to be from now until, February 1st comes. Then we'll see if I actually stood true to my words. So this could be a timestamp, if you will, for yourself and to see on how much you stand on business, as they say. So drop in the comments what your current subscriber count is, and 6 months from now we can revisit the comment section and see how much we've grown, how much we improved, or just drop your thoughts, ideas about the YouTube requirements coming in 6 months. What are some things that you struggle with and how you will improve those challenges that you've been facing? So that way we can hold each other accountable in the comment section, and we can see how much we've grown from now until February 1st. So if we lock in now, we won't have to worry about the trouble later. Oh, that's good. That's a quote. That is a quote. So if you truly want that monetization, let us all lock in right now. Let's post a video this week, whether that's a short or a long form video, whichever format you typically post, or what video you need to post. So whichever, let's post at least one this week. Today's Tuesday, and let's start today. Ooh, I didn't mean to say that, but let's start today. And if not today, let's start this week. Not next week, this week. All right. So we have a lot of work to do. And for those out there who are not going to stand on business, you have more work to do in 6 months and afterwards. So let's lock in now. We're here together. We're in this boat. But let's hop into the other boat with the people who are monetized on YouTube. Let's hop on that one. All right. So lock in.